make, I make us. Here's enough to buy about 100 trucks. From Mercedes, I research Chukwueze. Then my babies, label hippie trying to sway me. Pay me. Wrote the game 2020, you can see it plainly. Can't nobody play me. I kill everything innately. At the helm of the mothership of drip, you can see me leaking. Shh, be quiet, a real speaking. Voice of God, every word I jot. Feel the spirit breathing. Best new artist, but the way I cook, very seasoned. Everything around me moving like bachata.
A first open back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the New Orleans Saints. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Stevens. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. And you look at the Saints defense. They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging right on the football now. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. This defense for the Saints, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Intercepted. The Saints take over first and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Complete. This is Mitchell. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 there, and a New Orleans first down. Wilson with a first down carry. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And this is how you answer a touchdown on the other end. You come out throwing to start your own drive. And not just throwing, but pushing it down the field. And they come up with a big play, they try to answer back with a score of their own.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now, you do need to know as a young quarterback that if you're going to spread the field, the ball's got to come out quick, and you have to know where to go with the football, really in pre-snap. Identify where you want to go and get rid of it.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Saints are going to get it back here just past the 35. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is, and if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes, because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back to throw now on 1st down. Flush to his right. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Wilson will score. Touchdown, New Orleans. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
He's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they've jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Off the play fake. Mullen. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Let's go now.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Packer pressure, and down he goes. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll look to throw here. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And
his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Saints will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45.
19 Lions.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Wilson's got it complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll be a Saints first down on the pickup of 13. 21-0 our score after 1. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Warriors 70. Dragon 60. Cup 19. Cup 19.
They'll set up a throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper, at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Buffalo 18. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. They'll try and run with Wilson. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Saints are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Good on the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Back to throw. Mullen. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And it's complete to Mitchell. A solid stiff arm. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
18,
They'll set up to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield back.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Saints open the lead up to 34-0. Elliott good with a PAT. And a rout is on here in this first half. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
It's 2nd down.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw. Mullen. And my goodness, another interception. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because...
Touchdown, Saints! A great effort there. 27 yards. And the Saints have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Elliott good on the extra point. It is 42-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? He's going to try and take off with it. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
To throw on 2nd down, Mullen. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw during that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
To throw on 3rd down, Mullen. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave. The Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Elliott good with a PAT. And the rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. They run once more with Dillon. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this third quarter at their own 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Flushed out right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. Back to throw. Oh, first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Now they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd down, another run for Dillon. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. In motion right, Dobbs. They'll try and throw for it here. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. They'll run with Wilson out of the shotgun. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. Again, Wilson diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 3rd down, Mullen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They're going to try and throw. And now here's another interception. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Throwing left sideline complete. That's Sherman. A good pickup there, a 22. They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. And now a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. From 3 yards out. And the Saints take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Looking to throw on second down. Mullen. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now he brings up third down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Off play action. Mullen. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Back to throw again. Now swing pass for Dillon. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On second down, Dillon. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On first down, Mullen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throwing again, Mullen. And my goodness, another interception. And the Saints will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. Now a throw here to his running back. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down. And quickly they get to the line. 2nd and 3. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll look to throw again. Complete. This is Mitchell. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards, the final tally.
Come on, come on.
Now they'll hand it off to Wilson. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They're going to look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Saints add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was all the way around as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going, and also you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Running up the middle, here's Dillon. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down, another run for Dillon. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give him credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Carlson's extra point up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 33. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of it.
There he goes, left side. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Are you kidding me? Come on, guys. Way to blow it. Ridiculous. Take him out.
Seriously? Is that even a play?
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Dillon up the middle. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he had to reach for that one, but can't grab it. It's behind him, and it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Saints will have the football back. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game well decided a long time ago.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And to the left side here, Wilson. He'll get it inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. And the offense moving quickly to the line. That one looks like he'll throw here. Going right back to Wilson. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 2nd and a couple. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Elliott now to have the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just added on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On 1st and 10, Mullen. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. And defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How